everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys my hamster Amazon wish list. So these are all the things I would like to be able to get for Rhino one day, or just things I've been having my eyeball on recently, and I'm like, I'm tempted. Like, should I put this in my cart? Should I save for later? Should I wait for a deal to come by, like Amazon Prime deals or anything? So these are just the things I would like to get for Rhino. So if you guys like any of the things that I'll show in this video, let me know which one is your favorite one down in the comment section below. I'm excited to see what you're interested in, that I'm also interested in, or if you also have things that you've been eyeballing on Amazon for your hamster. What are those things? Like, also let me know, because maybe you'll tell me something I'm like, should I get that too? So yeah, it's just a few things that I would like to get. The first thing I'm going to show is something more on par and on theme with the upcoming Halloween. So this is just a pumpkin hideout, and it's really cute to me. And I also like the hideouts that has like the little lodges in between for your hamster to be able to still climb on top of. So this is the Carefresh Pet Happy Farm series hamster toys. Hamster landscaping habitats decor with a hamster house. In parentheses, pumpkin house. I want to use this for, did it say, oh, I thought it said guinea pigs. I don't know. But this is definitely one of the hideouts that I'm tempting to buy. And it's crazy because I like have a Halloween themed hamster cage, and everything in it is DIY'd. So that video, if it hasn't been up already, should be coming soon. So everything everything in that video will be DIY'd. So that video will be coming soon. But for some reason, I still want to get this pumpkin hamster hideout. Just because I can make it, I still like to buy it. I have a bad habit of that. And I just think this hideout is super cute to give to Rhino. And I love the idea of doing different things for my hamster cages. So even if it's not Halloween, I would love for like maybe like fall-esque, like almost fall. I feel like pumpkins still kind of go with that thing. Is it fall or is it like Thanksgiving and stuff? I don't know, but I feel like pumpkins still kind of go with that thing. So this is something I've definitely been eyeballing, and it's just really cute. So the next thing that I have is the Dozo Pet with an Enrichment foraging toy for small pet, interactive hot treats, puzzle snuffle game, mental stimulation for hamster, guinea pig, rabbit, and chinchilla. So this is basically just a mental and stimulating, or a mental and enrichment game and toy for your hamster. And like I said, you really can't use this for other animals. It definitely depends on what the sizing is, because I didn't read the size measurements of this, because even if I read it, I still am completely incorrect on what the actual size is. So I just don't even bother with that anymore. But yeah, these are just basically wooden blocks. If you know what the snuffle mat is, it's a mat and you put your treats in there or food, and you give it to your pet, and it makes them work for their food and they use their nose for it. This is almost like that, but it's in the style of like wooden blocks. So your hamster or whatever pet you decide to use this for has to use their nose, their hand, and just figure out where the food is and open up the wooden blocks and move it how it's supposed to be able to open it and find the treats or the food that you have in there. So this is something I'm really thinking about getting for him. And I've thought about it for a while, but I know in the past when I would get it, or wanted to get it, it wasn't even in stock. So I was just like, oh well, never mind, I guess that means I just don't need it. But this is something I'm really eyeballing, because I always want to get more enriching things for Rhino to keep him occupied and stuff, just because he doesn't get as much out time anymore. So this is definitely one of the things I'm thinking about getting him. And I love putting his food in like a pile of hay for him to scatter feed for. Or if you see any of my recent cage setups, I have like this grass mat inside of his cage, and I like to sprinkle food and treats or like herbs or anything up in there. That way he can also use his nose and have to forage for them. But I did mention the pumpkin hideout is $27.99, but you can also get it. Also has Amazon Prime, and then you can also save 10% when you apply the coupon, which is also another reason why I'm eyeballing it the most right now. And then this wooden pet that I'm talking about right now, they have it on sale for $18.39. So but it is originally listed at $28.99, so you're saving 37%. And if you have Amazon Prime, you will get the early access to this. But I'm pretty sure I'm putting this video up a little too late for that. Next thing that I want to get that I'm so excited and happy that Night Angel is finally doing, well, not even Night Angel in general, well, Night Angel specifics, but just any company in the US is doing, is giving us herbs. Not herbs, freaking sprays. Oh my gosh. I feel like you don't film for one time in a while and everything's gone. But US has no freaking sprays besides your melon sprays. So the only way we can get sprays is if you order from Etsy. So like it'll be like $5.99 sometimes, but then when you pay for shipping with it, your total's like $27.99 or like plus, and it'll be like a whole month or more for shipping. And it's just, I don't know. I like to order things. I like to be able to have my thing like within that same week. I'm very impatient when I order stuff. So this is the Night Angel Natural Flower and Herb Bedding Habitat Decor. So this is obviously is what we use for Rhino. It's the Harvest Wind, the flower version, which is the one I'm looking into. And I'm so happy. And I feel like these can look so pretty inside of your hamster's enclosure, especially with your sprays in there as well. I feel like it'll add nice color, nice enrichment, and that add like more to the natural feel, more foraging. And this just seems like right up my alley. This is $20.99, and you can save an extra 10% for a coupon, well, with the coupon. But they have this in 3 different versions. They have the Harvest Wind, the flower version, which is the one I'm interested in. They have the Harvest Wind, the Harvest version, and the Harvest Wind, the natural poem version. So this is definitely something I'm looking into towards. I feel like it will look so pretty and just amazing in a nice natural enclosure, especially if you have like a lot of sprays throughout it. I feel like it will, I don't know, this is definitely something I'm looking forward to getting. I just hope that the bag is actually a really good size and well worth it, because I know some of Night Angel stuff is actually overpriced, so I'm hoping that this one isn't. Now we have the Pet Leo, I don't know, Pet Lou hamster houses and hideouts, hamster sand bath container, a hamster hideout, stimulate the exploration and digging instincts of hamsters, lemmings, gerbils, extra large. So I was looking at the extra large size just because obviously Rhino is a Syrian hamster, so I would want the largest size possible, just in case in the future. Obviously I do want more hamsters, so that if I have one who happens to just be a nice chubby little hamster, that he or she could still fit comfortably. So this is basically a dig box for your hamster, and so you can use different substrates or bedding if you want. I feel like I would use this more for substrates instead of bedding, but obviously you can do whichever one you want to put up in there. But I think this would be amazing to give to Rhino, and something to be able for him to go in, dig in, and not make a mess outside of his enclosure, because obviously he's my 3rd hamster I've ever had. So I have a little bit of experience with like hamsters that dig a little too much and like to kick everything out of wherever it's in, and it's like a big mess everywhere. So I feel like this would be perfect because completely enclosed, especially if you take it and you fill it all the way up. They can dig for as long as they basically want. So it's $25.99, and it comes in 3 different sizes: the medium, a large, and the extra large. So like I said, I want the extra large. The lid is removable, and then it does also have a clear glass on one side, and the rest is like wood, just so that you can still see your hamster up in there, which is amazing. I feel like this could be really cute, especially if you put it on the outside of your enclosure, so it's against the wall, so you can still see them, like on top of that. That way you can see them digging and being active inside the box. I feel like that could be super pretty and like just really nice to be able to watch. I don't know about you, but like I love like my little hideouts or something to be against the walls of my cage. That way I can watch them, because I don't know, you always want to see your hamster and see what they're doing. So whenever they're underground, I want to see that. Like, I don't know what you're doing in there. I want to see. Next thing that we have is the Pop wooden hamster house small animal hideout. So this is like a fairy cottage hideout, similar to the pumpkin one in the style of it, but this one is a different thing. The other one was a pumpkin. This one's more like your cottage core fairy house, which is beautiful. Absolutely love fairy themed hamster hideout or hamster like cages. For some reason they're one of my favorite things besides your natural enclosures. But people, I don't think people even do these anymore, but people used to do like fairy themed hamster enclosures, and to me it was the most prettiest thing ever. And I would always like dream of doing it, but I couldn't because I just don't have enough stuff for something like that, and I'm not creative that much to be able to make my own. I don't even know like what I would do. So this is something that is just super cute and pretty. I feel like this size wouldn't work for a Syrian hamster. I'm not quite sure how big it is, but I'll probably just get a dwarf hamster for this one. But this one is $19.99. Well, $19.09. We have a hamster maze. I think hamster mazes are really nice and enriching, especially if you want to give it to them when they're on floor time. Just because it's always nice to have their out cage toys different from the in cage toys. That way it gives something new and fun to be able to play with and interact with. And just because some things I probably won't recommend to get them inside their enclosure, like them plastic tubes that's like adjustable and that's super loud when you go to expand it. If you know what I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about. Those I probably I would not recommend putting those in your cage just because they might chew it and it's plastic, so obviously you don't want that. And then obviously after a while, if they're pooping and peeing in there, it will start to stink and you'll probably end up having to throw it away on top of that. So I wouldn't recommend giving those in their enclosures. But this hamster maze over here is acrylic, so it's completely see-through. It is acrylic, so I'm wondering if it's actually okay to probably try to put in their enclosure, but it's something I'll probably do outside of their enclosure. But if you do this inside, I think it could actually be cute to set it up against the walls of your enclosure, like I was talking about earlier, like how I like to do. And setting it up, if you can manually adjust how you want the maze set up, to put it against there, and obviously have bedding underneath and on top. That way it's still dark inside, and because it's acrylic, so you don't want too much light coming through. So it'd be nice to be able to put bedding on top and underneath just to keep it a bit dark for your hamster. But if you use outside your hamster cage, obviously, then you use outside the cage, so you can worry about that. But I do think I would recommend doing that. But I'm not quite sure if I'll actually put this inside the enclosure, to be honest. I might just leave it be. But it's acrylic, so it should be pretty easy to clean. This is $19.99, but you can also save extra 10% with the coupons. Amazon has a lot of 10% coupons right now, which is also having me like, should I be responsible or should I just get something from Rhino? Like, what really should I be doing? So this next thing, almost everybody gives their hamster a water bowl for their water now. A lot of people don't use water bottles anymore. A lot of people are using water bowls. Some people use both. I use both, but whatever. This water bowl, most of them are your basic clear glass, like candlelight ones, but this one is super pretty. It reminds me of like the mountains, the way it's shaped, and it's so pretty. It's a capstan hamster feeding bowl and water bowl, mountain design. Oh, I swear I didn't know it was a mountain. It was that in the name. I guess they did a good job. It's the mountain design glass water bowl. So I wouldn't use this for feeding just because of how small it is, but for water and the color smoke gray, I think they have the color options as well, but I like the color smoke gray. This is a really pretty water bowl, and I feel like that's probably doing the most for a water bowl, but it's really pretty. And that's all I gotta say. I do feel like you have to refill it a lot because it doesn't look like a lot of water can actually go in it. So I feel like if I get this, I would be refilling it possibly twice a day, like actually needing to refill it and not just clean it out and provide fresh water. But that could be a good thing because that could also mean obviously fresh water always, and there's never can be like a lazy night that I have, because I'll be honest, like I'm a human. I have some nights or some mornings where I forget to not refill, but like give him fresh clean water. But he always has a water bottle for that one purpose reason, just in case days like that passes. But this one I feel like you cannot be lazy with. But this is $14.19, and you can also save an extra 15% with the coupon. So it comes in smoke gray, and then they also have like a white clear color, so your basic clear color. But this one, I don't know, I'm probably gonna get this one day because this is too pretty. So if you ever see one of my cage videos, now you know why this is where it came from. Well, the last thing that I have on my Amazon hamster wish list is a hamster snuggle sack. I feel like a lot of people own one, but for some reason I don't. I made one a long time ago in one of my hamster DIY videos, but I'm gonna be honest, you guys. After like 2 weeks of having it, I completely lost it. I don't know what I did with it. So there's that. So now I actually want to get me one, just because it could be good to get your hamster out of the cage for like out cage time, or just like maybe to like try to clip their nails, just anything like that you need them out of, and you need them in an enclosed area, like a smaller area to keep them in. This would be perfect. And obviously if you want them out and you're like sitting down somewhere, you can have them inside of here while they're with you, and they can still be nice and comfy. I don't know, I just think snuggle sacks are like, it's not a worst thing to have for a hamster. So this one is a 2-piece hamster sleeping bag. They have a heart pattern and a dot pattern. I really like the heart one. That's one I like the most, but it comes with 2, so I feel like it doesn't hurt to have more, especially if you get another animal in the future, or you just like to switch things up, or like to have one that's clean while the other one's dirty. That way you always have at least one available. So this is $8.99 for 2, which is actually a really nice deal. And you can get the heart pattern and the dot pattern like I want, or you can get the leopard pattern and the camel pattern. I don't like leopard pattern. I feel like I'm probably one of the only people that did not hop on that trend when it happened. Leopard pattern just isn't my thing, so I don't want that. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe and ring that bell to be notified every time I upload. I said I was gonna get back to uploading a lot better. I just been having so much going on that I feel like I'm upset with myself that I haven't been able to do as much as I like to, and much I look forward to, especially because I'm used to like planning my stuff like a whole month ahead and being like 2 or 3 weeks ahead of filmings and having them already scheduled. So I'm definitely trying to get back to that, but it takes some time. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will have links to all the things I talked about in this video in case you want to get them, or in case you're interested in looking into them more further. But if you have anything that's on your current wish list, or things that you've been eyeballing lately, let me know down in the comment section below. What are those things? I'm definitely open. Feel free to also leave the link, that way I don't have to search for it myself. But yeah, thank you all, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.